never be sorry for it.
Minus 10 seconds. Minus 5 seconds. Now!
Incredibly, dance band music was played, and an official report rushed to President Truman said, "The explosion had a beauty that cannot be described, the beauty great poets dream about." 21 days later, a plane called the Enola Gay took off for Hiroshima, in spite of the fact that the Americans had broken the Japanese code and knew the war was all but over. Military Intelligence Director Alfred McCormack said later, "We were secretly mining their harbors, we had command of their skies." But still, the bomb was dropped. Daily Express correspondent Wilfred Burchett was the first Western journalist to reach Hiroshima after 80,000 people had died in the first nuclear fire.
First of all, I'd seen plenty of bombed cities during World War II, but this was a very eerie thing. At first I thought there was nothing left at all. It just seemed as if, I think as I expressed it in the story I wrote at the time, as if it had been a city steamrolled out of existence. There was not rubble in the normal sense of the term. There was dust that had been pulverized. A city that was red dust where there had been brick. There was grey dust where there had been concrete. It seemed to me that there couldn't possibly have been any survivors at all, because all was a great waste. People were, they were really dazed. Nobody stopped to speak to anybody else. They were human beings, but you felt that somehow or other they'd become dehumanized human beings. They were sort of robots. Occasionally people were scratching away with their hands in ruins to try to find some bits of family possessions.
Burchett was on his own, while other reporters were being closely shepherded by public relations officers. Victims were carefully avoided. Hospitals were off limits.
A bunch of correspondents arrived. They were Washington correspondents who were flown out and were assured they would be the first ones to visit Hiroshima. And I met this group, and the public relations officer in charge of them were furious to find that there was a correspondent already wandering around.